Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the #1 source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter. Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter, and welcome to Goldilocks Global Banking News. I am your host. Folks, I'm going to give you a brief update on the intel call that Goldilocks, D, and myself had 2 days ago with the Central Bank of Iraq. We're going to go over that, but before we go into that, we're going to show you and discuss about stablecoins and Vietnam and their updates that Goldilocks is sharing. Let's jump right into it. Stablecoin movement across borders are now possible through networks mentioned that Goldilocks is sharing. For those of you who may not be aware, as we exchange our currencies in the new banking system, what will provide stability to the new rates and values once we exchange, the stable coins will provide the stability for that. This is all done in the new digital banking system, which is known as the digital asset-based trading system. Stablecoin usage represents a country's currency in cross-border trade. What's cross-border trade? Foreign currency exchanges. Anytime there's a conversion from one currency to another, that's a cross-border transaction. Stable coins will be used by Iraq for the dinar to be exchanged, by Vietnam for the dong to be exchanged, by whatever currency and country for their currency to be exchanged. The development of foreign currency exchange on Forex is currently possible in Basel III compliance utilizing an asset-based digital system will give our currencies around the world liquidity or money flow and new values, otherwise known as new rates. On July 1st, which is rapidly approaching, stablecoin clarity is expected to be completed within the next 2 weeks. See, we're waiting for these regulations for stablecoins. For those that have been following Goldilocks, knows that this is another piece to the puzzle we need. See, crypto clarity will not be long behind once stablecoin clarity is presented in 2 weeks, the regulations. The new digital asset-based trading system is just around the corner. Goldilocks is sharing that, yes, the United States could use MiCA, which is markets and crypto assets. This is the European Union's crypto regulations. The U.S. could use them if necessary. MiCA's focuses on comprehensive uniform framework of crypto clarity. While the U.S. might not follow or adopt MiCA's framework, its comprehensive and uniform approach could serve as a valuable model for the U.S. See, Europe is ahead of us with the stablecoin regulations. We're catching up now. Let's talk about Vietnam. Do you have Vietnamese dong? Let's touch on Vietnam. and the latest that Goldilocks is sharing from Vietnam. Several sources have provided context about Vietnam's role in Forex. And these sources, folks, is not Goldilocks quoting high-level sources. Alleged high-level sources. Goldilocks is quoting actual sources with links. The State Bank of Vietnam's effort to manage their inflation at 3.12% in April and stabilize the dong support a financial environment that's conducive to market-driven growth. Basically, folks, Vietnam has handled and taken the steps necessary to tackle their inflation. Anytime a country is prepared to raise the value of the currency, they have to manage their inflation. Vietnam is announcing they've done that. This will have an impact on the Vietnamese dong in the Forex market. An increased Vietnamese dong trading volumes, which Goldilocks is seeing, indicates greater market-driven currency use. So there's more usage now of the Vietnamese dong in the open market. And this reflects a shift towards a market economy for the Vietnamese dong. This is supported by enhanced convertibility, global trade integration, and financial market growth, along with policy reforms that Vietnam is now passing in their legislature. Yes, Vietnam, what is the equivalent of our U.S. Congress. Vietnam's Congress is in session right now, passing laws that supports the Vietnamese dong to be accepted into the market economy. What does that mean? For the Vietnamese dong to be used in the open global markets for its rate to begin to move higher. But yes, Vietnam, just as well as Iraq and every other country, they all await the stablecoin regulations and the digital asset regulations that the United States is looking to pass. Now let's jump right into the update on the conference call, the intel call that D, myself, and Goldilocks had just the other day. What they shared was that Iraq is currently completed all their connections and all of their ports to the digital platform for all ports in Iraq. What will move through all ports in Iraq? All the products that will be exported and imported in and outside of Iraq. What is being negotiated right now with all countries in the U.S.? Tariffs. What is a part of the trade negotiations? What's included? All the ports in every country. Where does goods and services, where do products and imports and exports, where do they come out of and go into? How do they cross borders into a country or out of a country? On their ports. So right now, Iraq has shared with us on this intel call that they have connected. This is very thorough because all their shipping ports throughout Iraq now will be able to connect to the new digital asset-based trading system. Currently, bilateral trades through these tariff negotiations still have to be negotiated and completed. But Iraq made it very clear on our call that they are connected through all their ports. At this time, Iraq has secured international correspondent banking relationships. They confirmed that they have finalized their connections to international banks. Standard Chartered, Barclays, DBS Singapore Bank, Standard Chartered, Citibank, and JP Morgan. Iraq's banking system, folks, have not currently listed the dinar on these banks, inside of these banks as of yet, but they have connected to the banks. I'm going to repeat that. Iraq made it clear that the Iraqi dinar is not listed with these international banks just yet. However, they have connected to these international banks. The World Trade Organization, they made it very clear on the Intel call. They are still collecting information from Iraq. But Iraq made it clear that they know the World Trade Organization is collecting information from all the countries as well. But due to the fact that the United States is in the midst of reciprocal tariff negotiations with major countries, Iraq knows that these countries are also members of the World Trade Organization, and they have to await to see how these negotiations finalize as well. So Iraq is not being foolish and rushing to do anything, because they have to wait for the whole entire global system, stable coins, regulations. They have to wait for negotiations with the World Trade Organization for themselves, while all these other countries negotiate, or in the midst of negotiating tariff agreements also. These regulations and these digital asset regulations are all a part of everything within the new banking system, because all of the currencies will be a part of it. There was no way that Iraq or any of the country could hurry up and go before any others without the regulations, the digital regulations that will regulate all the currencies in the new digital banking system. For those of you who've heard, oh, but they're poor country, those people in Iraq, they're suffering, hurrying, revalue your currency. We know that's so that you would hope that they hurry up. Because if anyone was so concerned about the poor people in Iraq, hurry up, Iraq, revalue your currency, because your people need it. If you have been that concerned, I ask, when have you ever donated to the people of Iraq? How much missionary work have you done in Iraq? How many nonprofit organizations have you donated to in Iraq? Oh, but you're so concerned about the people in Iraq being so poor, so hurry up and revalue their currency? That's for you. That's not for them. Let's just be honest. Don't use the backs of the poor people in Iraq to try to show that you wish for this to happen for them, when you have the means to do something right now for them. No, this is not judgment. Let's just be honest with yourself. And when it comes to Iraq and the intel call that we had, they also made it very clear how proud they are of the accomplishments of their banking system. Even more of their population connecting to the digital banking system. Our last call several months ago, they pounded their chest in the achievements of their people, even more so now. Then they talked about gold. Goldilocks has always said that gold will set us free. Our intel call with the CBI, they spoke about their accomplishments of purchasing gold over 135, almost 140 tons of gold to back their dinar. We all know that it is to be prepared for Basel III. See, there are things that we spoke about, topics that we discussed, which gave us confirmations of what we were suspecting. But for those of you who are wondering if rates and dates ever came up in the conversation, I think you know the answer to that. Beautiful people, make sure you get your relationships established at the banks. So many of our members have already done so and are set and ready for the word go. It's your time. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow may never come. Your moment is now. Take your steps. We have 8 steps that we share for you to get established. You're welcome to join the Goldilocks QFS Dialogues room. Wiley, myself, and the tribe will wrap our arms around you with love and show you the way. Be well, beautiful people. We love you. Ciao. Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the #1 source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter.